remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional try hauls, you'll know we have Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. Now, speaking of Sold Out, we have the link that's pinned in the comment section, and, of course, you know, it is free to sign up, even though I just see that I literally messed up on the pin on the joint. May have to actually change it. I don't know if I can change it on the spot, but to be honest, I should probably like just do the whole message over. To be honest, I'm gonna probably do it because I messed up, but I'm gonna change it real quick. But yeah, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link should be pinned at the top of the comment section or in the comment section, because I'm gonna repost the joint real quick, because I see that like somehow, for whatever reason, it was kind of like this weird thing where it threw it off. So I'm gonna replace this one and repin the joint the way that it should look, right? My bad, everybody, for that. It's kind of one of those, maybe I did it a little too soon. I don't know what the heck happened, but salutes to YouTube to always keep you on your toes, right? Pause. But anyway, sign up for the Sold Out Discord, where, of course, you know it's free to sign up. And you know we can continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're chopping it up in the Sold Out Discord. I know you guys have helped me catch a lot of W's over there, so salutes to the family in general. And whenever I have people come to the stage and join the live, that is usually where I have people do it, right? Okay, not sure if I'm gonna do it tonight. I ain't gonna lie, man, as you guys can see, I literally dropped probably a strong 4 videos, and if I have the energy when I get off live, I got one more coming out the piggy bank, I promise you. But I don't want to guarantee it, because, you know what I'm saying, these lives, they can't drain you. I mean, Divine called me out, and not on no bad shit, but like on Wednesday, like, you know, I started mumbling my words and shit like that, because to be honest, sometimes you get exhausted, you know what I'm saying? I just keep going, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, even me, right? You know what I'm saying? When your body just comes needing rest. But I think I got that down to a science, man. So tonight's topic, let's go ahead and talk about this tonight. I got 2 stories I want to cover. I actually got several stories I want to cover, but I'm going to focus on only 2 tonight, because I try to only be on these joints for like an hour at max, right? Okay, because to be honest, man, 2 hours, 3 hours, me and Dunks used to do that back in the day, right? Okay, and then I got to chop the joint up. So I try to make it an hour, and then we'll just push it on to the next one whenever I don't cover, right? As y'all coming out, smash the like button and let me know if audio and visuals is looking good. It's looking good on my end. But we are talking an autograph authenticator accuses the perfect pair, which, to the best of my knowledge, that is the dude that's supposed to have the best sneaker collection, right? If I'm not mistaken, his name is Kenny. I can't think of his last name, but he is supposed to be the best, like one of the best sneaker collectors of all time. But they're saying that the perfect pair has counterfeit signatures on his Jordans. I mean, how the hell do you know this? You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, the one thing about a signature, when somebody signs stuff, I don't think their signature is ever like 100% like the same each and every time. They probably get pretty close. But I mean, that's the thing when you're signing stuff. And that's why I never really got into like buying signature stuff. And then if you look at the stuff that is signed and then they like do a photocopy version of it where all of it looks the same and they do it like a mass production, people don't like that because you're like in a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because to be honest, you get a signature joint that's like photocopied. You don't have a one-of-one. You have something that, hey, we all have and they just mass produce it. But then you got one where, okay, my signature look like this. His signature look like this, but it's all from the same person. I got proof that I got it done. I don't know, man. To be honest, I feel like we should leave that stuff to the die-hard, like, fans. And I'm like, I'm a major Jordan fan. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, if I ever was to meet Michael Jordan, right, and he signed, like, and looks like we got up on the screen here, and I haven't shared my screen yet, but, you know, you got a signed last shot Air Jordan 14. I mean, to be honest, dog, I mean, the value on it, how do you put a price on something like that? But anyway, we're going to be talking about that tonight. I'm not sure if it's true, but we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm just a guy that's reporting it out there. I'm not the guy that say like, hey, this is true, this is not. So we'll see what it is. And then looks like injury to one is injury to all, right? All the organ educators and Asian garment workers are fighting Nike together. So again, we're going to see how this goes, what it is, because it's not looking good for Nike. Things have been going down. Now, I do want to say I do got another story that I could cover, which is like the Vans the Vans NYC store, which is basically New York City, right? I could cover that as well tonight, maybe doing that one as well. It just depends, man, but I want to make sure that I at least cover what I'm supposed to cover. But it looks like the Vans Fifth Avenue store closes after the police responds to a Stash Nacanio sneaker release. So it's a certain sneaker that people were going crazy for. We were talking about this in the Sold Out Discord, and me personally, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But to each their own. I'm not going to say, hey, you know, the shoe sucks or anything like that. At the end of the day, I've always stressed that sneakers are a preference, right? You buy what you like, I buy what I like. And I know today, and we will be talking upcoming sneaker releases toward the end of the live, but I know today we have the banned Air Jordan 1 Low, right? I've already glanced at the comments that I'm about to start reading here, and people are always saying, these joints sitting. Maybe so, right? I mean, to be honest, I'm not surprised. And today's economy, dog, y'all gotta keep in mind too, every week I have to put gas in my vehicle, right? You know what I'm saying? I go to work, I gotta run errands, I gotta do certain things. But every week when I stop at the gas pump, man, the prices have done nothing but going up and up and up and up, right? And let me clarify this. I'm like, that's just gas. What else is going up? Gas not only puts fuel in cars and planes, and, you know, a plethora of other machines that I probably don't even want to start going down the rabbit hole, right? But it also heats homes, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know what you're saying, well, we don't need it right now. We're in the springtime. But at the same time, dog, when I stepped outside, the wind is blowing. It's chilly. You know what I'm saying? Some people are a different type of breed when it comes to the temperature, right? You know what I'm saying? Also, people use gas you can cook. You know what I'm saying? How many gas stoves do we have out there? How many people that are outside actually trying to grill and make a living? You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, like, price went up on that. It's going to affect us all. You go to the grocery store where you're about to buy your foods, where you're trying to save money by not eating out. Guess what? It's up there too. You try to eat out because you're like, hey, man, you know, they went up a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, I had some to-go food earlier, right? The kid is nice and stuff. Normally, I wait till after I do the live, right? But it is what it is. What normally used to cost me only $15, I'm gonna be honest, it used to cost me $12, right? It used to cost me $12. It's now $22. You know what I'm saying? $12, $22, huge price difference, right? Let's just keep it 100. But let me touch the chat real quick. We're gonna be talking these stories tonight, and then we'll keep the party going. If y'all kind of see like the lighting going in and out, for whatever reason, my second monitor is going in and out. But hey, I'm gonna push through it and do what I gotta do. So if y'all see me getting choppy or whatever, y'all know what's up, man. It's probably just have to reconnect the cable. It could be loose, but I don't like to really touch anything while I'm live. And I learned that today, right? Case in point, Y'all seen me drop what? 3 videos today. I'm not gonna say which one, but one of the videos I shot once, and I tried to get up on the screen and get some visuals close for you guys. I touched like not the actual lens, but I touched like the little screen on the side to try to make it focus better, and messed up the remainder of the video. I got so frustrated I shot the whole damn thing over, respectively. Sometimes you got to do that. But let me touch the chat real quick, see what we got in the building. Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in and out. We got Thomas Goldring Jr. says, Jones, I hope this is not true. Salutes. I mean, you just never know. How hard is it, or how the hell do you authenticate a signature, an autograph? That's my question, right? Let's see. Divine Photo says, what up? What up, Divine? Says, Band 1 lows literally sitting everywhere. I ain't mad at it. Me neither, dog. Respectively. It's for the people who really want them. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, for the people that's probably saying, like, nah, I want the high joint. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. And ironically, I had this conversation not Friday, but Thursday. Like, one of my coworkers came and chilled with the kid. They had a break real quick. Me, for whatever reason, Thursday had to be the most busiest day for me to date for my job that I can think of. I mean, there's probably more, right? To be honest, if I'm gonna keep it 100. Most recent, most busiest days. I mean, I'm busy every time I go into bed. Like, there's never a day where it's like, what'd you do today at work? Nothing? Nah, not me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to me means, hell, as soon as people start coming to the door, it's like, the minute they settle down, like, all right, cool, contact Jeremy, right? Okay, and I'm going to just leave right there. But I love my job, man, respectively. But anyway, he sat down, and he was saying, like, what do you think about, he was talking about the phone posit joints, the black and green joint with the Nike check joint. And I was, at the time, right, because I don't did a dripper, I'm going to drop a dripper skip on the joint. But at the time, I was like, I'm not feeling on, I focused on the current, you know what I'm saying? I like to let me get this shoe in my hand first before I focus about the next one that's coming out, a week from now. But anyway, long story short, I asked him, I was like, yo, the Band 1 lows coming, right? Saturday, which is today, right? And he was like, no, I'm not really a low guy. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I used to be like that too. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I used to be like that too. But now, lows, to be honest, I feel like Travis, we can hold like somewhat credit for that he brought the Air Jordan 1 lows back, and now people pay attention to him. Not everybody, but more people are starting to come out the woodwork, because I used to be that guy. I'm like, if it ain't the original Jordan, I don't want to low this. You still can't sell me no 11 low, but Air Jordan 1 low, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, would be ironic if Travis did like Travis 11 low with Jordan brand. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I wonder, would that make the 11 lows get more attention? You know what I mean? Because you know how it goes. If you can't get the head honcho, pause. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get your Travis Scotts, you get the ones that they're going to make. Because they're going to make spin-offs, but they're not going to be the Travises. Do you buy those? Right? But let me test chat real quick. We'll see how we got in the building, and we'll keep the party going right here. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Let's see. Let's see. Devon says, Spirit Airlines being gone ain't a bad thing. I'm going to beg to differ on that one, Divine, respectively. My thing is this, right? Why I think it may be a bad thing, because reality is, right? If you think about it, my thing is this. It brings competition. If other companies like this, even though Spirit Lines don't have the best reputation, right? Let's just keep it nice. I'm going to keep it nice for YouTube. I ain't going to go in this, that, and third. Even though they don't have the best reputation, whenever you eliminate competition, then the other competitors can bring their prices up, no problem. Because, quote unquote, yeah, they've been doing a good job. They're going to give themselves a raise whenever they can. But as long as you got a competition that says they can do the same thing, even if it's not the best, people are still gonna be enticed to go try it out. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to several people several times where they be like, yo, to keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know Verizon may be better. Yeah, I know AT&T may be better, but I'm gonna go with this company, and they'll do some local joint because I'm like, hey, they just fit more in my budget. Hell, it's a little bit slower, but fuck it, I'm patient. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, competition you want to have around. Think about this. If the company knows they got you by the what do you think they're going to do? Rise them anyway. And in my opinion, Airline price tickets are already overpriced since the beginning of time, if you ask me. Now, we go back in the day, that wasn't bad compared to what we pay now, but dog, you know what I'm saying? Paying, out the you know what for a flight because you really need to get to your family, they don't give a damn. You got a child with you? Cool, that's extra. Okay, cool. You want to fly your child here, this, that, and the third, and you don't want to be on a plane with them? That's fine. But we need an extra X amount off top. Fuck the ticket price. Don't worry about the ticket price, dog. You know what I'm saying? Right here, minimum to have a stewardess watch your child to making sure they're making to their destination safely. You know what I'm saying? They start at a certain price, and you know what I'm saying? It adds up easily. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I've been down the rabbit hole because I have to travel to see my family from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Let me add a chat real quick. Let's see. Looks like Thomas Goldring Jr. retracted his statements, but I think I still can see him up on the screen. Says, those banned Jordan 1s are still sitting. He says, I agree with you, Jones. I don't buy sneakers like I used to. So I read that. I can still see it up on the screen. That's the one thing about I'm using how I'm connected up to YouTube, but I'm not physically in YouTube, but you guys should be able to watch it on YouTube if that makes sense. But let me touch chat real quick. Where we at real quick? Where we at? Let's see, where we at? Only reason people like Vans is the resale prices. I mean, let's just keep it 100, man. Resellers have always been a part of sneaker culture in general. They, in my opinion, they hurt the culture sometimes, but they also help it a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's the fact that what got on my nerves is when resellers, back in the day, resellers worked regular jobs, but they flipped a shoe or two and made some extra cash. But to me, it's whenever they act like, hey, I'm going in a full-on, fledged-on business doing this shit now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy as much stock as I can to be like a Foot Locker, this, that, and third, where the guys have to come to me, but you have to get the rare stuff. But see, the rare stuff started becoming harder and harder to get. You know what I mean? That's my thing. In my opinion, it ain't no point in being a reseller unless you have the most hey, we got the shit that sold out, we will always have it. You know what I'm saying? And to have that, you truly got to have a plug. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. But I feel where you're coming from, Devon. Let's see. Devon Photo says, I never wore a pair of Vans. I just have trouble understanding people lining up for them. I wore Vans back in the day, right? And Dunks, if he was here on the live with me, he would probably, if I didn't admit this, if I didn't say this, Dunks would literally do a backflip because, me and Dunks, we're best friends, we're homies, we brothers. And one of the things that we had in common back in the day was skateboarding. And when it comes to skateboarding, in my opinion, you can't talk skateboarding without mentioning Vans. There's a plethora of other skate sneakers that I can go down the rabbit hole. Yes, there was the Nike SBs, this, that, and the third, but Vans was holding their own weight, respectively. You know what I'm saying? It makes me just want to put on some old music I used to jam out to when I was skateboarding and just kind of chill out and do what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Something that that's always been a part of me, and I'm gonna leave it right there. But you know what I mean? I get it. I would think Vans them and stuff like that. I seen it where they sold out, but to be honest, as long as you pulled up, you got your pair. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, not one of those where people were fighting over them. You know what I mean? Let's see. Devon says, it's competition, but like you said, representation and consultants flight with that airline. Yeah, the thing is, I never flown Spirit, right? Let's just keep it 100. I bought one ticket from Spirit, and once I told everybody, my families, I'm coming, I got this flight through someone, they said, who you book with? I said, I booked through Spirit. They said, look, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? I understand it. You got a great deal, didn't you? I said, hell yeah, that's why I booked with them. This, that, and third. They're like, look, man, you? You? Nah, you'll never make it. You know what I mean? You know how, they know how I am. They're like, look, expect this when you get there, expect this. And you already have a problem with some of the top dogs already. So my thing is, you don't need to go this airline. So anyway, long story short, I canceled it with Spirit and booked a whole nother flight with another airline and got there safe and sound. And to be honest, it was only probably a $60 or $70 price difference. And it's my family's like, yo, you should have did that to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So I basically gave Spirit some money and never got it back. I mean, because when you file it, you can't really get it said my ticket was refundable, but they never refunded it, and I didn't feel like arguing about the joint. You know what I'm saying? I tried, but you can't get customer service on the phone either. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Devon says the only credit I give Spirit Airlines is you never heard about an accident with the airline. True, but you hear delays, you hear people missing their flights, you're hearing people pulling up that have proof that they booked their flights, but they don't have no more room on the flight, so they got this and the third. I have heard while there's no accidents, knock on wood, the planes are still a little bit janky though. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting top of the line joint. And to be honest, that's all of them. You know what I'm saying? All the planes I've been on, man, them joints was made years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, I think it's an expense cost with not only building a plane, but maintaining a plane and the cost on it. You know, so all these guys is private. That's why you don't hear everybody want to talk they flying private, but they don't really own the plane. And for the people who do own the private plane, they rent that joint out. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that joint, you know what I'm saying? It's not a cheap expense. You know what I mean? Devon says, read that one. Same thing, kind of came through twice. But long story short is it says the only credit I get Spirit Airlines, you never heard of an accident. Read with the airline. We read that part already. But like I said, man, it's a tough call. You know what I'm saying? But let me share my screen here. I want to get started on the first story, and then we will go to the second story. I want to make sure I cover it for these last 30 minutes, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. And then, yeah, man, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content so far, man. I want to tell you the kid has been one busy beaver today, because y'all know I film and shoot and edit. I film and, you know, I do my filming and edit it myself, and this and the third thumbnail. I ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen right here, all up in your grill. We're going to start with the perfect pair counterfeit signatures on his Air Jordans. Is this true? Is it not? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here. Looks like it's the Air Jordan 14 last shots, what we got here, but it says Autograph Authenticator accuses the perfect pair of counterfeit signatures on his Air Jordans. How the freak does he even freaking know that? How do you know a Michael Jordan signature? Does he sign it that perfect way every single time? Right? That's my question. Let's keep going. It says the Authenticator claims that the autograph on the perfect pair's last shot Air Jordan 14 is inauthentic. This is posted May 1st, which was literally yesterday. It says for many sneaker fans, Kenny Garzelis, which that's AKA the perfect pair, as they said. I knew his name was Kenny something, you know what I'm saying? I don't really follow him like that, but at the same time, being in the sneaker world, you can't help but know who he is to a certain extent. Even the people that's like, hey man, I just got in the sneakers, like eventually, trust me, even if you just got in the sneakers, eventually you will hear about this guy, whether you want to or not, respectively. Says no introduction. Exactly, that's the perfect way to say this. For many sneaker fans, Kenny Gonzalez, aka the perfect pair, no introduction, right? I mean, he literally doesn't need it. He says, has amazed 684,000 followers on Instagram, displaying some of his rarest sneakers to ever exist, including unreleased samples, previously unseen player exclusives, and more, right? Okay. Now, again, I think homie is like come to a rich family, this and a third, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they own a lot of casinos, but don't quote me on that. But I think that's where they're wealth. They make a lot of money that way, you know. But again, don't quote me on that. I don't know. But it says, hold live is alleged in opinion. I want to throw that right there, but hold live is alleged. It says, this week, the perfect pair's reputation was called into question by Autograph Authenticator Steve Grad on X. Let me see if we can actually pull this real quick, because I didn't even see this. Y'all know me, I don't really be on Twitter, aka X, like that. But I believe this should be the post right here. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can play this real quick. Hold on, we got the audio real quick. See, fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm gonna start it over from the beginning, real quick. Let's see
that shirt for $2 million. That shirt for $2 million.
Hold on,
that shirt for $2 million.
So this says the signed sneakers. Hold on, pause. It says the signed sneakers would never. It says the signed sneakers would ever be cooler if the autographs were real. Those are not seen. Literally hundreds of thousands come out of Chicago in the 1990s. As the game-worn sneakers market grows, there will be some sneakerheads who are dealt with the reality of photo matching. So let's see what this is real quick. Only 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get a fair use on this.
That shirt for $2 million.
And your brother got it for $15,000.
Best investment I've ever seen in my life.
So it's worth $2 million, but he got it for $15,000.
I've said it in the past, and I'll say it again. That's the final shot, PE game worn from Michael Jordan. And this would be worn just a few games before that, because people don't realize the 14 really came out.
And this is why, and to be honest, whether they're real or not, whatever, that's why I was so big on the cherries. I'm like, dog, y'all know before the last shots, to get to the last shots, we had the cherries first, respectively. You know what I'm saying? And people slept on the cherries. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going, man. I don't get it because how the hell, you sleep on a shoe that's so much is important to the next shoe follow-up, respectively. You know what I'm saying?
Out early. And they did that just so he could wear it the last game he played. Michael signed both shoes. You see where it says 98 Finals MVP. That's all him. These shoes got signed in front of me. I saw the whole deal go down. There's no doubting what I have in pictures.
So this is the thing, right? The guy that's saying they're not real, pretty much the perfect pair saying he literally watched Michael Jordan sign them in front of him. You know what I'm saying? How is it not real if he literally watched him sign it? So we got to get back to the main article, but I'm going to finish this.
What I have in COA and what I have in DNA. So it's the real deal. $15,000 in 1998, and that's unheard of.
$15,000.
I paid 10 for that one. So, and now you put the work to this. I mean, it has to.
So he paid $15,000 for the last shots, and he paid literally $10,000 for the other one. If I'm not mistaken, rough math, that's a cool $25,000. You know what I'm saying? Just rough math.
To be in the hundreds of thousands.
This is worth millions of dollars.
It is. It's insured for $2. But we've owned that shoe since '98.
You've owned that shoe?
Yeah, my brother bought that shoe in 1998. So I came home with these, had them in the front room. I told him the whole thing, game worn, blah, signed, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, as a older brother, you may know something about it, got to one-up him, you know what I'm saying? So then he hit my guy Mike up, and that's how the brother made the...
But this is my thing. If your brother got him, how the hell did you watch Michael Jordan sign him in front of you? That's my question, too. Not saying he didn't. I'm just saying, I'm kind of confused, respectively.
The case shows Mike in there doing the last shot. There's the bucket, Mike doing the last shot, the whole line. The shoe on his foot. He wore 2 that game, so this could be that shoe, or this could be the first half shoe.
And there's no way to know?
No one would ever be able to
This is the one that he took when he took the shot, or the first half?
There's no way to tell.
Who has the other one?
My understanding is Sotheby's did like a championship pack, and that's where that one got sold.
And it's not signed, though?
No.
The other one's not signed. So this is clearly...
Yes.
So that means this is probably a top 5 sneaker of all time.
My thing is this. He only has one shoe, but he don't have the other shoe. So he can even take him out of the case and wear him even if he wanted to. But I'm not saying you would wear something like this, but it's like one in there. I mean, to me, that's really in depth of like sneaker collecting, respectively. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I probably would still pass. I'm like, I ain't buying just one shoe. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. That's just me.
Have you ever seen Phil Jackson sign anything?
No,
I haven't. He signed both toe caps. He signed the toe cap of that one.
So he said Phil Jackson signed a toe cap of these guys right here. You know what I'm saying? So, again, respectively, it may be true, may not be true. I mean, the only people that's going to be able to call it out is Michael Jordan or, maybe Nike. But at the same time, Michael Jordan keeps a low profile. To be honest, man, Mike is the guy that's the last person you probably hear talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Mike pulls out the business meetings, collects his checks, and goes home and plays golf and do whatever, right? Where it says, I was the GM of Nike Town, Chicago during the second three-peat. It says, all right, I've got a question, sir. Which is the case? A, the guy has been told this by qualified people and knows it's fugazi and has decided to die on the sword that is authenticate to look like a baller or hopefully sell it. Or B, he says he refuses to believe it's fake. No. So again, a lot of people are like me, right? This is one of those like, I don't know, man. Something's going on with this. Some ain't turning the buttermilk. You know what I'm saying? From 98 to 02, there was a guy in Chicago who was well known in the area for fake MJ and Bull autos, right? And I'm saying that's short for autographs, right? It says, I actually met the guy at the National in Chicago back then. Goodbye, Steve. says he would have had no fake autographs. I don't believe that. So a lot of people not buying. I mean, like, to be honest, if they paid what he said he paid, the autograph better be real, respectively. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, Nike and or Jordan Brand and or Michael Jackson himself was like, man, we don't know this motherfucker from a can of paint. This motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he would have got called out, respectively. It says, hold on, a dude that called out Fat Joe has to foo-foo game worn last shots? No way. Again, so you got mixed reviews here. What about him saying that MJ signed them in front of him in person? That's my whole thing. Did he sign them in front of you or did he not, sir? Respectively. That's my whole thing. Respectively. Let me get back to this article real quick. It says, earlier this year, Got Sold on Instagram got a tour of the Perfect Pair sneaker collection where he revealed what he said was a game-worn signed last shot Air Jordan 14 from Michael Jordan himself after he had worn them during the 1998 NBA Finals. The Perfect Pair said that in a clip that his brother purchased the Jordan 14s for $15,000 back in the day, and he witnessed Jordan sign the sneakers directly. In the video, the Perfect Pair also claims that MJ worn different pairs of the sneakers in the finals, with the pair being one of them. Says the clip of the moment of the tour was reshared on X, which led to a Grand claiming that the autograph on the shoe was inauthentic. The signed sneaker would even be cooler if the autographs were real. Those are not. Seen literally hundreds of thousands come out of Chicago in 1990s, Grad wrote on Instagram. So again, we got somebody calling him out right here. This is Steve Grad, right? He said that's the guy, not me, allegedly, right? Says back in 2024, auction house Sobeys also sold a 6-shoe Air Jordan collection that include original last shots, Air Jordan 14s worn by Jordan during the 1998 finals. The entire collection sold for $8 million, right? It says when reached for a comment, the Perfect Pair declined. However, he responded to Complex Instagram post regarding the matter, saying that the comedy authentic through videos. Grad has yet to respond to Complex when he reached out for the comment. So again, this is the video in question, what they're saying right here. You got to be careful what you put out there, you know what I'm saying, to be honest. But this is what Steve Grad is saying as the game-worn sneaker. This is the Perfect Pair who's mic'd up, double mic'd up, to be honest. It's kind of weird. This is like that one DJI mic, and then they got the mini joint, so I guess they're getting double audio to make sure everything is good. But yeah, and this is what we just literally watched right here.
And your brother got it for $15,000.
Yeah, let me see if I can play the audio real quick. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds.
I've said it in the past and I'll say it again. That's the final shot PE game worn from Michael Jordan. And this would be worn just a few games before that, because
So
people don't realize the 14 really came out early. And they did that just so he could wear it the last game he played. Michael signed both shoes. You see where it says 98 Finals MVP. That's all him. These shoes got signed in front of me. I saw the whole deal go down. There's no doubting what I have in pictures, what I have in COA, and what I have in DNA. So it's the real deal. $15,000 in 1998, and that's unheard of.
$15,000.
I paid 10 for that one. So, and now you put the worth to this. I mean, it has to be in the hundreds of thousands.
This is worth millions of dollars.
It is. Wow. It's insured for $2.
He said he got it.
We've owned that shoe since 98.
You've owned that shoe.
Yeah, my brother bought that shoe in 1998. So I came home with these, had them in the front room. I told him the whole thing, game worn, blah, signed, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, as a older brother, you may know something about it, got to one-up him, you know what I'm saying? So then he hit my guy Mike up, and that's how the brother made the case. The case shows Mike in there doing the last shot. There's the bucket, Mike doing the last shot, the whole line. The shoe on his foot. He wore 2 that game, so this could be that shoe, or this could be the first half shoe.
And there's no way to know?
No one would ever be able to
This is the one that he took when he took the shot, or the first half?
There's no way to tell.
Who has the other one?
My understanding is Sotheby's did like a championship pack, and that's where that one got sold.
And it's not signed, though?
No.
The other one's not signed. So this is clearly...
Yes.
So that means this is probably a top 5 sneaker of all time.
Have you ever seen Phil Jackson sign anything?
No, I haven't.
He signed both toe caps. He signed the toe cap of that one.
So that's the video in question right there. I mean, to be honest, who knows, man? To keep it 100, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and transition on to the next story real quick. Want to make sure we get both stories in, coming on the last 15 minutes. But at the end of the day, dog, I mean, it's going to be hard to tell what, right? If we're going to keep it real. But it says, injury to one is injury to all. Why Oregon educators and Asian garment workers are fighting Nike together. Says the two groups accuse Nike of leading a race to the bottom fueled by local tax holidays and wage theft, right? Okay, now this article is going to be a little bit long-winded, so I'm going to try to get through with it, because if it takes 9 minutes if I was to play the audio, that means it's actually super duper long. Divine Photo says time will tell. I agree, Divine. It's one of those you got to kind of wait it out. Me personally, I don't know what to believe. Michael Jordan hasn't said anything. Nike hasn't said anything. I mean, he may be true that Michael Jordan signed some shoes. Now, was it actually those? Who knows, right? Again, we'll see. But let me get to this one real quick. It says, for decades, Nike told the world to just do it. Pause, right? What a way to transition into the next topic, right? Now, Oregon educators and Asian garments workers say that they just done. If the affinity between the two groups, backed by the Asian Floor Wage Alliance, Global Labor Justice, the Portland Association of Teachers and Jobs with Justice, isn't obvious, right? It's only just first glance. Both chances the sportswear Goliath with fueling race to the bottom by cutting tax deals that siphon fuels from the public education and underpaying the people who make the sneakers and clothing. I mean, that's going to be something that's always going to be a thing, respectively, right? And I'm not saying it makes it right. Everybody, I don't care what job you do, right? For the most part, the average person, especially if you're middle class, you're most likely underpaid. And let me clarify how this works, right? In my opinion. The company's not going to pay you the max they can pay you. Well, they're going to pay you the max they say they can pay you, but if they paid you what they made plus what they're agreed to pay you, they wouldn't make any money, right? So case in point, you got a job, right? Let's say you make 6 figures, right? That means they're most likely making double that. So say they're like, all right, Mr. XYZ, we'll pay you $100K. You know what I'm saying? That means most likely, at minimum, they're already making off the position alone probably $150K or more. You know what I'm saying? Are they paying you more? Sure, but they're not paying you the max. Nobody will. And that's how that whole DJ Vlad situation got in with Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, he pays Boosie more than what he makes off of Boosie, but he makes money too. And Boosie wanted to hold back, you know, the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Now, most companies will say, like, all right, cool. Let's just say this, right? I make $100,000 off somebody. I'll pay him $50K. That's good. You know what I'm saying? But to her, I was like, that's not good because I'm doing what you don't want to do. And, you know, I'm not getting the max because you're getting it. But, you know, it's kind of one of those, they basically how jobs work, they contract people out. You know what I mean? Respectively, for a certain amount. Allegedly, you know? But it says, their Just Sign It campaign Lunch Friday calls on Nike to sign a legal binding fair tax and wage agreement that funds Oregon schools and pays a living wage to workers across its supply chains in Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, right? Okay, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, or Lanika. It says, instead of bossing others around, they say it's time to head to the primarily female workers who churn out the merchandise and working organs, and I'm assuming that's like people who live in Oregon, who have subsidized its profit. Which is my thing. I get it, but I don't see, I don't think, unless you got Nike them by the, you know what, I don't think you're going to be able to force them to do anything, respectively. You know what I'm saying? But it says the garment industry in Asia and public education in Oregon has a shared problem, said the South American coordinator for Asia Floor Wage Alliance, a coalition of the trade unions and labor rights organizations Nike has built a system of extraction of the benefits, executives, and investors at the expense of working people who each have power, but together we have a lot of power. Which I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Strength in numbers, but you got to make sure your team with you. You know what I'm saying? That's been the problem over time. You know what I'm saying? Getting your team together and making sure that when you get your numbers up, you got to make sure they loyal and nobody turns their back on you whenever the times get tough and rough. And that's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? I don't been in that situation before where, not saying I was a leader of anything because I'm not, but I told you guys time and time again where, you know, I used to run with X and Y, Z, and then, you know, I thought it's one man, one for all. You know, I held it down, but hell, when time gets tough, hell, hey, don't say my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say your name, but you're still supposed to hold your boy down in other ways, right? But I'll keep it going. I'm not even going to go down that, like, memory lane of, like, being, like, traumatized, right? But it says, this is a familiar struggle for the 20 government sector unions that joined the AFW and GLA in 2023 to file an international labor complaint with the OECD. In it, they accuse Nike of triggering severe human rights impacts, including layoffs and wage theft, through its pandemic era, a decision to cancel or reduce orders, then ignoring the request for the dialogue. In a rare move, the OECD accepted the complaint, offering Nike mediation through the company ultimately declined. So again, Nike don't even want to mediate, no nothing. So mediation, right, means basically instead of going to court, we come together, talk it out, find a happy medium, something we can agree on, sign it off, send it to the judge, have them sign it off, and it makes it an official document, right? Or you go to court, and it's what is called litigation, right? And the judge does it anyway after he hears both sides. But to be honest, if you can, I recommend if you can do mediation, go ahead and talk it out. Because when you take this, that's the cheaper route. And let me clarify this. Anything legally, in my opinion, is expensive. But mediation is a cheaper of litigation, right? So mediation is a cheaper version of pretty much litigation. If you got to do litigation, go ahead and whatever you spend in mediation, go ahead and be prepared to do double, bro. 100. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. But it says workers are still feeling the fallout of Nike's order cancelizations. It said that the swastika president of the Commercial and Industry Workers Union in Sri Lanka and a member of the AFWA Women's Leadership Committee, an AFW survey of the more than 2,000 workers found that lost an average of 3 months' pay in 2020, leaving many who were already on the brink of unable to afford food or rent without falling further into the debt. Instead of contemplating or compensating the workers investing in a safety and productivity programs, the complaint said Nike pursued the buyback schemes to inflate the shock prices. So they're saying Nike them playing games, basically, in so many words, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? Nike them are going to do whatever they can as a company and just any company in general to do what they can to save as much as they can the nickel on the dollar or the penny on the dollar, right? It says, it was a terrible crisis for the workers who make the world's clothing. She said, at the same time, brands like Nike and wealthy shareholders did better than ever. Phil Knight, Nike's founder, saw his wealth almost double between March 2020 and October 2021. Keep in mind, I not saying this is true or not true, but allegedly, but if you think about it, 2020 and in 2021, that was the most rough time to buy sneakers, and everybody and their mama thought they was a professional reseller. I mean, I couldn't stand it, dog. I mean, people that you didn't even know that was into sneakers, like they're doing this and you know what I'm saying? They're selling and it was annoying, right? Me, when I was like, damn, I just want to rock the sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I'm not going anywhere because 2020, we were locked down. 2021, locked down still. You know what I'm saying? Even when we started to come back, they still send us back home because things that rise back up. But it says, his fortune increased by $28 billion while workers struggle to survive. That's sad to hear, man. Oregon teachers also want the swoosh to pay up. The Portland Association of the Teachers says that after the Oregons voted for the wealthy tax in 2012, Nike bullied the Oregon legislature into calling a special session that granted the company a $2 billion tax day over 30 years, losing out of $66 million a year. It said as it sparked the funding crisis in the public school system, undermining education statewide. Meanwhile, the dividends paid to Knight's family an estimated $460 million a year could fill the budget gap times over. So again, it's kind of one of those, I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, I mean, if they did it legally, don't make it right. But at the same time, who are you going to be? Who's the real blame here? You know what I'm saying? It says our schools have been struggling for years, and this is going to be something that's always going to be a thing. Schools, not all, but majority of the schools don't get the funding that they would like. But the big ones, you know what I'm saying? They got the big athletes on it performing. But this could be something as simple as like elementary school, middle school, and high school. But even still, if those schools were getting the proper funding, then you would see probably, I would hope, a big change, right? And that's just my 2 cents on it. But it says our schools have been struggling for years for the adequate funding, said the Steven Siegel, a special education teacher at Ronald's High School. It takes all the quick visit to school to see that the mold, rats, broken drinking water fountains, dysfunctional heating and cooling. They still have water fountains around. I haven't seen a water fountain in years. Actually, I'm lying. I am complete lying. We have water fountains at my job. I just don't use them. But yeah, we have water fountains at my job. I'm lying. But I do see people actually use the water fountains. I actually used to use them back in the day, though, for real. So, I'm no better than nobody else. I just buy them by the gallon now, that's all. But I didn't think people were still using water fountains. But to be honest, fountains are important. You know what I'm saying? So, to be honest, that's a fair statement, right? It says the dysfunctional heating and cooling, the peeling paint, the mismatched old chairs and desks, broken blinds, and the list goes on. It's as if we rely on duct tape to keep our schools from collapsing. Unless we take a dramatic action, universal public education will eventually cease to exist. Education is important. And that's another thing, too. I will say this, education don't get the respect that it deserves, too. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, the foundation in the brain, like education, starts from somewhere. You ever talk to somebody and be like, damn, dog, you really lights on, but ain't nobody home. This could help towards preventing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's still going to take that person to want to be able to do it as well. You know what I'm saying? Siegel said that while it's easy to assume that the state schools are in the situation because there's no money, there is nothing we can do except to keep tightening our belts and begging for scraps. The narrative is simply wrong. It says there's no shortage of money in Oregon to the adequate funds our school. He said we easily and fairly raise a revenue needed to be raising taxes on the ultra rich like Phil Knight and to corporations that are hoarding it like Nike. Nike disputed the allegations. They disputed the allegations, calling the $2 billion figure inaccurate and a gross misrepresentation of reality. Since 2005, Oregon has required all companies operating within the state, including Nike, to calculate and file their Oregon corporate income taxes based on the single sale factors method. It said, referring to the state taxes formula that calculates a company's taxes liability based on solely on the percentage of its total sales made within the state. And that's what it is. So I'm assuming, they don't do it. They drop some fire stingers in Oregon, but not like that. Nike's a world distributor, right? But I'm assuming to keep their taxes low, they don't sell a lot of things in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? I would assume, right? Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But it's solely based on the percentage sales made in the state. Our taxes positions are in line with and support our business operations in the committees where we conduct business. Where we at real quick, we got King Midas in the building. Says smash that like button. Appreciate it, Mr. King Midas. About to wrap this joint up here in the next 5 minutes. Didn't even realize an hour goes by on these things very quickly, man. It says the Air Jordan maker also defended its comment to advancing a responsible and resilient supply chain, saying that it is a goal to ensure that everyone involved in manufacturing Nike's products is respected and valued and treated fairly. While progress is not perfect or linear, we are proud of the steps we've taken to push the systematic improvements across the industry over time. It said, we work with our companies around the world as we seek to develop strategic compensation capabilities to meet the workforce's base needs, including some disparity income. So again, Nike, I'm saying like, hey, we doing the best we can do, big dog. And again, this is like one of those thick articles real quick. So I'm gonna see if I can push through it. But yeah, we may have to wrap this joint up here pretty soon. But to be honest, I get what they're saying. It says in 2025, the Swoosh reported a full year revenues of 46.3 billion, down 10% from the year before. It's also returned an estimated 5.3 billion to the shareholders, including 2.3 billion in dividends, up 6% from the prior year. Nike has made reparations before, most notably in 2025 when it helped a broker $200,000 in the back wages to more than 3,300 workers at the Thailand's Hong Kong knitting, who said that they were conveyed into unpaid leave during the 2020 pandemic. And let's just keep it 100. They worked those. They had to work them because the sales were just hot like that. Now, does that make it right? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying I can see where there may be some truth in that. Again, I don't know. I wasn't there, so allegedly. But it says, but this came after the 5 year of pressure and covered just 1/3 of the 600,000 the worker rights at Washington-based watchdog calculated workers were actually owed. At the same time, the contract between the total cost of the global remediation and Nike advertising budget is really striking. This is what they said during the legal director of the GLJ. While workers struggled to recover a few $100s each, the company spent nearly $5 billion a year on the branding image that often features women of color, the value demographic, and she noted that Nike refuses to meet the bargain table, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? People ain't just gonna hand you nothing, respectively. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be mean. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody just gonna hand you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It says the exact opposite of the responsible business should be doing now, which is really being accountable for the rule based on the standards rather than just doing the CSR Jill related. She said that GLJ will continue following up with the U.S. State Department over the OECD complaint. Investors have piled on to in 2023. ABN AMR Bank, the Netherlands' third largest bank, and CCLA Investment Management, largest manager assets, led a dozen of Nike shareholders to voice growing concerns over the non-payment issues. The following year, Group 70 investors managed $4 trillion in assets filed by the shareholders, requesting urging the companies to settle unpaid wages. Right? Looks like we have Sneakerhead in the building. Says, dudes got too many shoes of the course. Have them or fakes. I don't think that's necessarily we can't prove that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in on that one, but I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised with some of this. I mean, if he didn't see a lot of this stuff, but then he said he's seen a lot of this stuff. So again, I'm with Divine on this one. Time will tell for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that they are fake, but time will tell for sure. You know what I'm saying? Let me go through the rest of this article, then we'll wrap things up here with the upcoming sneaker releases. It says, for Young Man, a labor the activist who worked at Nike, linked a violent apparel Cambodian for 12 years before it shuttered the 2020, owing more than 1,200 workers over $1 million in severances. The push continues because giving its important opinion. Over the past 3 years, we have built a larger alliance of workers and unions fighting the Nike than ever before, she said. It says, I've met with workers just like me across Asia. I have met with alliance and unions in the U.S. Nike refusing to bargain with us just to make more, determined because we cannot keep living like this. They're saying Nike them should probably be paying them more, and maybe so, and maybe that will be given the option, right? And I get that, you know what I'm saying? It probably doesn't make it right, you know what I'm saying? And I get that. I understand where they're from because they can't keep living like that, especially if it's something like that. So things like this, you have to keep in mind too. They don't want to struggle either, especially when you're working for a company where Nike is like, dog, I know somebody at the top got to be eating. Yeah, I would hope, you know. But you never know until you see the actual numbers. If you're part of the, what is it called? What am I looking for here? Every company usually has one, and that is simply like if you talk to HR. They do the math and the money is, you know what I'm saying? They know what the company brings in. Says the same goes for Claire. who teaches French in the Beaverton School District, right in the shadow of Nike's Palestine grad headquarters. While the company donates old desks and backpacks, she said those gestures feel hollow compared to what the damages is done by effectively defining our classrooms. Says here's my reality. I get paid $200 a year for 180 students. This is my thing. Hold on, wait, $200 or $200,000? But I'm assuming she means $200. So she says I get $200 a year for 180 students. That's roughly $1 per student for the entire year. That's barely covers hand sanitizer, whiteboard markers. There is nothing left for the books, games, or world language digital tools like most Oregon teachers. I spent over $400 of my own salary just to keep my classroom functional. I'm assuming, right, they get $200 for funding. I'm assuming she makes way more than that. But she goes in her own piggy bank, if I'm getting from with this, right? Nike's relationship with the district isn't a partnership, she said. It's toxic. Nike can keep donating used furniture, but it's what it support our community. It can start by paying its fair share of the state offers they emptied out. It says, my bad real quick, I had to sneeze. It says our students deserve more than the corporate leftovers, she said. Beaverton teachers stay the solitary of our Nike compadres across the world because industry and the injury to one is the injury to us all. So again, they're saying Nike can do a little bit better what they're doing. What I'm getting from the article, right? Let me get ready to go to sharing my screen. Well, I'm already sharing my screen, but I'm going to do a little upcoming sneaker releases. But I'll touch the chat real quick because I seen some people commenting as I was finishing up the article. Devon says, I would say a lot of crumbling shoes. Yeah, I can see that over time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. Even if you do wear your shoes, man, they can still crumble. I had like at least 1 or 2 shoes. I had one shoe, the glue part fell apart, and I had one shoe just flat out just crumble on me. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick. And that's another thing too, right? With the perfect pair. Having all them shoes, ain't no way you can wear all them damn shoes. Even me, I have a problem wearing all my damn shoes. You know what I mean? Respectively. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a year's worth of sneakers, but he does. You know what I mean? How the hell he gets through them all in a year? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it being possible, in my opinion. But then again, maybe he does a different line of work. You know what I'm saying? The Mind Photo says, majority of the shoes, if we keeping it a buck, are unwearable. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? He claims he wears a lot of his shoes, but to be honest, them old joints that he got that never got rid of, yeah, I'm pretty sure if they haven't crumbled, they're gonna crumble or they're gonna fall apart, respectively. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sound like a hater at all, man. So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases here and wrap things up here. So I think we got the LeBron. Let me go real quick. I got these. This one right here I seen coming up is how to win the Friends and Family exclusive pink Adidas, the Virginia Odyssey Jellyfish. This is the Pharrell joints. I would love to have a pair of these, but to be honest, I saw these and these look very interesting. I like what they're doing with this shoe. You know what I'm saying? It may be that dad way, but extra cushiony. Now, some people that I know that got these on, I don't have them, but I wouldn't mind having a pair. So this right here tells you how you could win a pair. If it involves entering my card, I will not do. It says Pharrell brings the pink Virginia All-Star Jellyfish to Miami for a limited raffle. So there is a raffle going on for these. It could be closed. I didn't really keep up to them, but these joints are fresh. Look at that 3M. Look at that. The reflective material. No, this is a glow in the dark. That ain't no 3M. That's glow in the dark. These joints is fire. And to be honest, dog, it's perfect because it looks like a fucking jellyfish. That is the perfect name for the shoe. If you think about it, look at this. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's a good name for the shoe. I will get my hands on a pair of these eventually, man. I just got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, they will want to sell to the masses. They got to build the hype up. They're doing it backwards. Or they're doing it how they used to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going right here. The world's best dad, the Air Jordan 3 releases in May. So we got this coming right here. I think this is dedicated to his own father. So these will be coming out this month as well. Want to be talking that. And then Nigel, we have the brick after brick. Because the other one was a brick by brick. And these are the brick after brick. These are supposed to be coming in May as well. I don't hate these personally. You know what I'm saying? I like these over the brick by brick, right? This is the brick after brick. So I think these are pretty dope. And yeah, everything else this week, we had the Nego joints. I think these already dropped. The Air Force One. Salutes to Divine. He posted this in the Sold Out Discord. And yeah, man, we did have the sixes that already dropped. Me personally, Captain Ghana wasn't a fan of those at all. We've already had these right here, these Air Jordan 3 joints, the orange citrus. I'm not really a fan of those at all. Then this Van joints, people seem like they were fighting over this because of what the resale market could be, but to be honest, I'm kind of good. I wouldn't mind having a pair, but at the same time, yeah, not that serious for me. And then New Balance did their thing as well. So let me put myself back on the main screen. I'm going to go and wrap this thing up here. I've been on the joint for like an hour. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. I've been on the joint for like an hour and 10 minutes. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, you know, we have Music Monday, which I'll be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday. Until then, sign up for the Sold Out Discord. The link is pinned in the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're chopping it up in the Sold Out Discord. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and yeah, man, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember.